Dell is refreshing its Inspiron line of notebooks for the holiday season, and on top of updating them to the latest 8th generation Intel Core i processors, the company is adding new features like narrower bezels and improved thermal systems with vents built into the hinge, USB-C DisplayPort compatibility, and Alexa integration. It might not seem like the most riveting set of updates at first glance, but altogether, these seem to make the Inspiron lineup more modern and sophisticated. So let's walk you right through it. First and most interesting of the lot is a 14-inch Chromebook called the Inspiron Chromebook 14 2-in-1. This is Dell's first premium Chromebook for a mainstream audience, and to me it's a sign that the company is taking the category more seriously. It's got a sturdy aluminum build, and its metal keyboard deck felt more premium, although I did find the device overall to be kind of heavy. I also like that Dell borrowed a trick from Samsung here and hides an onboard Stylus Lock right under the keyboard dock. That's very useful for when you want to, say, sketch on the go or sign documents on the Chromebook's Full HD touchscreen, which, by the way, is one of the richest and sharpest you'll find at this price. The Inspiron Chromebook 14 2-in-1 will be available on October 23rd for $600 and will come with an Intel Core i3 processor, 4 gigs of RAM, and 128 gigs of storage, which should be plenty for your Chrome and Android apps. Moving on then to the rest of the Inspiron lineup, and we have in the Inspiron 7000 series new 13-inch, 15-inch, and 17-inch versions, as well as a new 14-inch variant for the Inspiron 5000 series. Across all of these, you'll see narrower display bezels on 3 sides of the screen except for the bottom chin, which is still a bit thick like before. Overall, they've gained a more sophisticated look. They come in different colors now, silver and black. Some of these are Best Buy exclusives. Just pay attention to the fine print when you're trying to buy these. There are little touches like shiny accents along the touchpad or the keyboard that made the Inspiron line look a little fresher than before. Dell is also adding the modern standby mode to these Windows laptops, which will enable things like faster waking up from sleep or notifications on in the background. But the most interesting feature that it will enable is Alexa, even when the laptops are not active. Alexa functionality here is built into the laptops via an app, it seems. However, we did not get to see this at work, unfortunately, because our demo units didn't have the feature enabled yet. To better help these laptops hear you from, say, across the room or from your couch, they'll come with far-field dual-array microphones. These laptops should hopefully run cooler than they did before thanks to new thermal designs that Dell's implemented here. They've built vents into the hinges of the laptop so the fans can push all the hot air when your system is running harder than normal. During our testing though, we obviously didn't get to push the laptops too much, so we didn't see if the heat dissipation was more effective than before. This is something we'll have to see when we get the units in for our own review. 2 additional features across the board that might seem little but may make your life a little bit easier are USB-C DisplayPort compatibility. You can hook these laptops up to a USB-C display and at the same time charge your laptop, which is nice to have. The other thing is what Dell is calling the single sign-on fingerprint reader, which basically makes it so that when you lay your finger on top of the fingerprint scanner, you no longer have to first push it. Just putting it there will unlock your system and wake it from sleep in one action. My favorite of the new Inspirons is the 13-inch Inspiron 7000, which to me is a perfectly portable size. It fits nicely in most of my purses. However, as you get larger in the lineup, you'll also find more powerful configurations. For one thing, you can actually spec it up to i7 with the 17-inch and get a discrete graphics card with NVIDIA's MX 150. The 15-inch version can come with a MX 130, but the 13-inch doesn't have room for something like that. Also, with that larger footprint, the 15 and 17-inch Inspirons can also offer you more connectivity options like more USB ports or an HDMI socket. It looks like Dell's new Inspiron lineup should be a worthy consideration when you're shopping for your next notebook. So if you're already in the market for something and are on the brink of making a purchase, these devices will be available in October, so maybe hold off until then. For now, stay tuned to all the news out of IFA 2018 at Engadget.com.